Have you ever asked yourself, why this mother? Why was she the one chosen to bring you into this world? Out of all the souls in existence, why did your journey begin with that particular mother? Was it random or was it chosen? According to Paramahansa Yogananda, the great master of self-realization, nothing in this world is random. Every birth, every relationship, every meeting is pre-written by divine design. Before you were born, your soul stood in the radiant silence of the spirit world, awake, aware, and gazing upon its unfinished lessons. From that higher state, it chose its next classroom, and it chose the teacher who would challenge it the most. Sometimes with love, sometimes with fire. That teacher often comes in the form of a mother. Once a disciple came to Yogananda and said, "My mother criticizes me constantly. I feel no peace." The master listened without judgment. Then he said softly, "Do not look at her words. Look at what your reaction reveals. If her love were perfect, how would you learn endurance? If her approval were easy, how would you discover your own worth?" The disciple sat in silence, and Yogananda smiled gently, saying, "She loves you in the only way she knows. Now it is your turn to love her in the way God loves." That single sentence freed him more than 1,000 arguments ever could. Her voice, her criticism, her fire, all were mirrors reflecting the unhealed places within him that still cried out for love. Have you ever noticed how your mother can trigger emotions that no one else can? How her silence or her tone can stir something ancient inside you? Why does it hurt so much, even when you think you've outgrown it? That's because she doesn't just touch your heart, she touches your karma. Yogananda said, "Karma is not punishment, it is education." Your mother is not your enemy, she is your curriculum. Through her, life teaches what calm waters never can. But you might ask, why would any soul choose that kind of pain? Why would anyone choose a mother who wounds them, abandons them, or seems impossible to please? The book The Laws of the Spirit World expands on this in a striking way. It explains that sometimes a soul chooses not a gentle or saintly mother, but a difficult one, even a cruel one, because that's where the deepest lessons lie. In that realm before birth, the soul already knows, this mother will test me. She may not love me easily, but through her I will learn strength, forgiveness, and compassion. It's not an accident, it's an assignment. Some souls choose unkind mothers to repay karmic debts, perhaps from another lifetime when the roles were reversed. Others choose them to grow faster, to wash away pride, anger, or victimhood through the struggle in that relationship. What feels like rejection on earth is often redemption in heaven's language. If your mother was harsh, you were not being punished, you were being shaped. If she was absent, life was teaching you to find love that doesn't depend on anyone's presence. If she was critical or controlling, you were learning the art of self-trust and inner stability. And if she was wounded herself, perhaps your soul volunteered to walk beside her pain, to help her heal, even as you learn your own lessons. Have you ever felt that your relationship with your mother carries emotions too deep to explain? Love and anger tangled together, sadness without reason, attachment that hurts and heals at once? That's because it reaches beyond this lifetime. Yogananda taught that souls travel together across incarnations. They meet again and again until every lesson of love is complete. Perhaps you were once her parent, her protector, her guide. Perhaps in another life, she depended on you the way you now depend on her. Now you meet again, each carrying the mirror the other needs. So when you find yourself asking, why can't she see me? Why can't she love me? Remember, she too is asking the same questions in her own way. Two souls both learning how to remember love. Yogananda said, "The universe is a moral structure, a web of perfect justice. Nothing is wasted, Nothing happens without cause. When you hold that truth in your heart, even your childhood pain begins to make sense. It was not meaningless. It was initiation. Through your mother's shadow, your soul was learning how to generate its own light. The teachings of the book, the laws of the spirit world, remind us. Even a soul that agrees to be a bad mother is still serving a divine purpose. From a higher view, she is playing a difficult role so that your soul can rise faster. And in the same way, you are playing a role for her, giving her a chance to evolve through you. Two souls, one divine plan, each the other's teacher in disguise. When you begin to see this, something inside you softens. The bitterness fades. You stop asking, "Why did she treat me this way?" and start asking, "What was I meant to learn through her?" Maybe you were meant to learn resilience, maybe humility, maybe the rarest lesson of all, to love without needing love in return. The Buddha said, "Hatred never ceases by hatred, it ceases by love." And Yogananda echoed, "When you change your vibration, those around you cannot help but change too." So ask yourself, what if your forgiveness is the key that frees you both? What if your understanding is her redemption? What if you chose her not to suffer, but to awaken? Remember that Earth is not our final home. We are all travelers from the spirit world, visiting here to learn how to love better. Your mother, your father, your partner, your friends, they are all companions in your curriculum. No one enters your life without purpose. Understand that this lifetime is not the whole story. It is only one act in the vast theater of evolution. Roles will change. Perhaps you once were her parent, her guide, or her friend. Perhaps you will be again. What matters now is how you play your part, with awareness, with dignity, with patience. Because what you do now writes the script of your next meeting. So don't waste your pain by turning it into bitterness. Use it as a doorway to wisdom. See every harsh word, every neglect, every misunderstanding as material for your transformation. Because that is the real purpose of family. Not perfection, but evolution. And one day when you look back, you may realize that your greatest suffering was your soul's greatest blessing. It pushed you inward. It taught you discernment. It led you to God. That is how karma becomes grace. That is how wounds become wisdom. That is how souls once bound by pain become free. Remember this when the story with your mother feels unbearable. You are both actors in the same divine play. Watch the drama with calmness. And when this lifetime ends, you will remove the costumes and bow to each other backstage. And in that understanding, you are finally free. If your mother is still alive, speak with awareness, even if distance is needed. If she has passed, speak in silence. Her soul can still hear you. As Yogananda said, the ties of love are eternal. They never die with the body. Your words of forgiveness will reach her wherever she walks now.